I believe that there is power when you know your numbers, because when you know your numbers, you are more intentional about building wealth. You are more focused around what you need to do, what adjustments you need to make. These are the I have 7 key numbers that you need to know. So grab your pen and paper and write this down. I got the first one coming at you right now. You need to know, what is your money goal for the upcoming year? If you could choose the amount of money that you'd like to make in your business or on your job, or with your business and your side hustle combined, what would that number be? Knowing that number, it really becomes the North Star for what you do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. So I want you to get an idea of what you would like that number to be. Take away all limits, pretend there are no boundaries, choose a number, write it down, and put it someplace where you can see it every single day. That is the first number that you need to know. Let's move on to the second number, shall we? What is your current credit score? This is important because whether we like it or not, we're being judged on our credit score on a daily basis. Now, you and I know that your credit score isn't really an accurate, it doesn't really tell the full picture of who you are and all of your complexities, especially in the era of COVID-19. But you still want to know it, because when you know what your credit score is, now you can begin to do the work to fix it. Very simple, right? The third number is, you should know your net worth. How empowered would you feel if you knew your net worth? How many of you currently know your net worth? That is another number that you should know, because again, when you know it, if you're not quite satisfied with what it is currently, then you can begin to do the work to increase that. So how do you calculate your net worth? Just in case you don't know. So you subtract the total value of what you owe from the total value of what you own. So take everything that you own, add up the value, subtract whatever it is you owe. Whatever you come up with, that is your net worth. It's important to note that statistics say that when it comes to African American women, the net worth on the median tends to be very, very low. It tends to be $15,000 or lower. Black women who are single with children, they tend to have a net worth of 0. If you are not satisfied with what your current net worth is, it starts today to change all that. You deserve to have a net worth that is constantly rising and rising and rising and rising, because again, you want to make sure you have a foundation of wealth that you can pass on to your children and them to their children, and so on and so on and so on. The fourth number that you want to know is, what are your total monthly expenses? This is basic and fundamental, right? What do you spend on a monthly basis? All of the expenses. I got another worksheet that I created on that for my clients. It's called My Money Worksheet. Oh, people love this little thing because it outlines all the things that you want to know. Everything here in this column, from mortgage to rent to HOA expenses to utilities, transportation. When you put everything down on a piece of paper like this, or on a spreadsheet that's on your computer, and you start to really look at what you're spending your money on, bam, 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 you start to say, okay, let me back up because I know I don't need this. I can eliminate that. I can cut down on this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you need to know what your monthly expenses are. Let me keep moving here. The fifth number that you want to make sure you know is, what is the total amount of money that you bring home monthly? Now, I put that there mainly for the entrepreneurs that are watching right now, because as entrepreneurs, I understand that your monthly income can sometimes fluctuate depending on what's happening in your business, what's happening with your clients, etc. But get an idea of the current amount on average that you bring home monthly. Because again, if that is a number that you're not happy with, then you want to begin to do the work to increase that number. The sixth number that you want to make sure you have a good handle on is, what is your savings goal for the new year? How much money do you want to have saved up? Add it to your savings account. I'm not talking about investments. I'm not talking about anything fancy. Just a regular basic savings account. What is that number that you want to save? Think of it right now. Let's take a moment. How much do you want to save? You want to save 25,000? Do you want to save 5,000? Do you just want to save 1,000? Maybe you're just starting out with savings and you just like, okay, just let me just start with $3,000. So what do you need to do to save that money? Do you need to increase your revenue? Do you need to reduce your expenses? Do you need to go ahead and ask for that raise? Do you need to increase your fees? Do you need to sell something? I just believe that you would feel so much more empowered around your money if you know these 6 numbers. Now, let me give you a bonus number that you want to know. What is your money speedometer? Your money speedometer is basically the amount of money that you are unconsciously programmed to make. Did you hear that cha-ching? Did anybody just hear a cha-ching? Yes, honey. I make money all through the day. I hear cha-chings, cha-ching, cha-ching. Anyway, I'll be showing you how to do that too. Anyway, you want to know what your money speedometer is, because when you do, then that shows you what you're unconsciously programmed to make. That's like your money ceiling, so to speak. And then you can begin to break through that and elevate that as well. So I'll be back again tomorrow with how to find out what you're unconsciously programmed to make.